Here is a Lasko model 3723. I'm not too sure of the year on this one, but we will find out. I've never had a 3723 before. I have plenty of the 3733s and ones from this era, especially if the D blade's in the Marco motor. I'm quite fond of. I'm really fond of these fans. I know some collectors, you like to trash on these. But these were this was the second to the last generation, or maybe third to the last generation if you include the ones with the oval logo in the grill, of these Lasko box fans with the full size Macmillan, Marco motor. I picked this up at the Greed Whale for $5. Recently, I've started to pay more money for fans, especially if there's something interesting, much like that Lakewood. I mostly wanted to get this one because it had the feet. This one's absolutely filthy, so I'm going to guess the speeds on it are spoiled. I didn't get around to testing it in the store, so this is going to be the first initial checkout of this fan, and we'll see if it works. I don't know. I like these. I saw a lot of these fans growing up, and they're still very common in this area. I know of several that are still in service. A local thrift store I go to, they have two of these exactly like this, of the 3723s. And actually, that's the only place I think I remembered seeing these 3723s in a wild. Growing up, my friend had one of these. Was missing the handle and knob, and eventually the blade cracked down the center. I'm not sure if that was a 3723 or a 3733, but it had this style of guard with this Lasko Innovators and Home Comfort logo in the top corner. It also had the D blade, which obviously it did, but I do remember the D blade on that one. And that one was just in really rough condition. The grills on it, they were yellow on both sides. They were missing a lot of slats, especially on the back side of that one. This one is in pretty good condition. It's just missing, I think, that one's broken. Maybe the other slats are in the case. I don't see them rattling around in there. I might have another front grill for one of these. So if I wanted to, I can just put a grill on this, or if I find another one that's in rougher condition, I can just do a grill swap. But really cool. I like this era of Lasko box fan. I think these are exceptionally good. The main issue with these is the motor in these. When they get older, when the varnish kind of wears off a little bit, they lose their lower speeds. They'll become really slow. They don't run like how they should. I knew for a while there was a bit of people wondering how that would be resolved, and last year I did a revarnish. Well, I had someone revarnish the motor on one of mine, and that fixed the issue. So if it's an issue on this one, we'll do the same thing. We'll get the motor revarnished, and it should be good as new. So we'll fire this up on low speed. The blade looks out of clock, but it seems to be running pretty smooth, which is interesting. Now that might just have to be with the dust. Actually, I think the blade might have a bit of warpage to it, as these tend to do. Has a really nice sound to the motor. Oh, when I finish running this one, I'll get up close. I'll get I'll get some startup sounds off of it. But there's low. I take back what I said about it being balanced. Now that it's up on medium, it's starting to shake. It's still speeding up. I think this one moves a bit more. No, never mind. I was going to say it moves more air than the Lakewood I tested prior to this, but I think that's just blowing a lot of the air off to the side. The blades on this are most likely to warped. I'd say this motor is a bit spoiled, but it might also just be running slow because of the blades. I'm not too sure. Well, high speed's definitely running within spec. I'm going to say that the motor in this one's spoiled. great. Get back here. Oh, that feels good. This thing has a nice beam of air coming out of it. This is definitely better than the Lakewood. On high speed, we have 180 watts, 1.92 amps, and a power factor of 0.76. Same power factor as the Lakewood. We'll do a spin down. That was a strange noise. I think the bearings might be dry. And it seems to be spinning down somewhat quickly. Weird. Oh, I think it's just a molding error on the center of the hub. Motor in this thing's just disgusting. There's a leaf here. Oh. Let me get that. Remove that. See if the state of this one. It's a 1995 for 96 model. Go through, we'll start it up again on high speed. Drop it down to low. I'm pretty sure if I let this one run for a while, it will, speeds on it will make a bit more sense. Because now that we're on this speed, we have 1.07 the amps, 93 to watts. Wait for it to speed up a little bit. Now the medium speed seems to be a bit faster. Maybe this one's not spoiled and the motor just had to warm up. Has this interesting sound to it when it slows down, so I don't know if the bearings are a bit gummy, if they need to be cleaned out or something. So this is the medium. 1.4 amps. No, 1.39, whatever, close enough. 126 watts. Yeah, there's that noise. I'm going to get up close to it before I end the video, and we'll get startup sounds, and I'll try to show off that noise. Definitely getting pretty stiff, and one of the feet just fell off. Do high speed first. Yeah, there's that noise. Actually, that might just be thrust washers. Probably could use some thrust washers. It doesn't need thrust washers since this is a self-centering motor, but it's always a good thing to have. Do medium now. I think it made better noises when it was cold. So here's this mid-90s Lasko 3723. Pretty good fan, needs some work. Oh, it's still recording.